Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, what I thought of here is kind of like a thing, like sometimes people need open tags or something, to they help you narrow down. You've got knives, but sometimes after you do a review of them, you don't have much to talk to them, talk about them. You think, well, I've said everything I could say about them. They know everything there is to know about them. The weights, the dimensions, how it feels in hand, blah, blah, blah. But what a tag does is it brings out something else. It's like, what does it associate, with for you, or show me some examples of. And so, in this case, this was my father's knife. It's just a small frost lockback, and I've got some representations of small lockbacks that I've got that I think are a good example of, the similar type of knife that he had, which is, it's not super long. It's like a 2-inch blade. It has a lockback. I was gonna go, I was gonna switch around to a bunch of different stuff and start allowing non-lockbacks, but I thought, no, keep it down, keep it narrowed down to a small lockback. It doesn't have to be under a 3-inch blade, but like a small blade. So here's some examples that fit that category that are good examples. This is a Rough Rider Cub, and it has a small blade, probably less than that even. But with the finger choil in it and the way it does and everything, it's a good example. If you don't like that particular copper thing, or copper does something to you, well, here's another Rough Rider Cub. This one with the reverse frost etch and the Rough Rider with an eye, huh? And the little horseshoe. Look at all them stripes, man. You want stripes on your bolster? This one's got them for you. Tested sharp with the coyote. With his rifle, he has not been disarmed. His horse ate some of that loco weed. I think he ate some peyotes. Somebody told me, you can survive off mushrooms. They didn't warn him. A peyote's not a mushroom. Anyway, that's what happened to him. And then here's another good example of a very good, like this is, you would not scare anybody with this knife. And you would probably get people wanting to look at it and compliment you, like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool, Tobias was telling me this is like a second run over, or first, yeah, because the first run didn't have that Stoneworks frost on it. And it is like lasered in there. It's not like a rubber stamp. But I don't mind this stamp on the bolster. That's pretty cool, because you don't have a shield or anything. And you have abalone and mother of pearl, turquoise, and red jasper or something like that. I don't know. I think this is a simulated one, but the rest of these, this one might be simulated turquoise also. But who knows? And abalone's real. But yeah, this is a cool one. Reverse back. I don't want to zoom in too much. Alright. So, if you want it as a tag and narrow it down, you could say 5 or however. My hands are dirty. I've been messing around with stuff. But here's another nice one, a Rough Rider lockback. It's a Rough Rider with Y. Okay, we're going to have to zoom. I guess we're working with small knives. Should have known that. This is the RR 2004. Yeah. 440 razor sharp steel China. Now this patina has just happened. It's a brass one. This patina just happened from it just sitting out in the air a lot. I haven't been forcing a patina on it or anything. Alright, we've seen this recently. This is the Zippo lighter one, which happens to be a case. So, yeah, that was cool. What's cool about that? And then, of course, the bird robin. It's a lockback. It's got a small blade on it also. Under 2 inches. It doesn't have to be under 2 inches, you know, because I've got another example like right here. This one's got longer than 2 inches, but it's a lockback canoe in black cherry bone. Of course, it's got the thing on the bolster on both sides too. You don't get away from it on this one. They're gonna advertise that. It only locks one blade. The little blade, I think, is non-locking. Pinoid. Focus up here. It wants to focus on the Black Widow. We're getting to it. Don't worry. Yeah, this one is non-locking, but the main blade is locking. Black hairy bone. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's got like black spacers in it. Single stripe. Alright, and then of course the Black Widow. Now what's nice about these is this choil right up here. Because once you got it locked in and everything, now this is probably going to be the longest blade. This looks like a 2.5, 3 inch. Oh, earthquake. Wow, that's deceptive. I thought it was longer. Well, you got this too. 2.5. I was right about that, but still, it works out to about like a 2.125 inch cutting edge, so that's pretty cool. And 2 inches would be what? About 5 centimeters. So yeah, we got that guy. And then this one is the Marbles. The little Marbles lockback with a nice wooden handle. And it is about 2.125 also. So yeah, that's just some examples. If you want to consider it as like an open tag, just put up some examples of small lockbacks that you've got that you like or whatever you don't like or you hate for whatever reason. But preferably that you like. I like all of these, or I wouldn't have them. See, I wasn't trying to get an example of that. I was just like, well, in a way I was, because I thought, all right, you know, if I'm going to have a lockback, I want to have a big knife there, you know, but it comes in handy. And like I said, this guy left scars on me. So I've got one of this in its example, and I'd like to get one in abalone. Queen City's got one that's in abalone. And then they've also got one in mother of pearl. Because you got a nice area to display it on if they don't slap a big shield on it, which they won't on the queen ones. And this is pretty good. Eventually I would like to get a dragonfly, Spyderco dragonfly, but this is alright for what it is right now. It's basically the same size. So there. I don't want to drag this on too long. Just wanted to show you. Here's the example piece. It's a frost cutlery. Little, you know, kind of nondescript. Like I said before, we showed it before. It just says stainless steel. If I don't focus on it for some reason, get over there. Focus. There you go. Surgical steel. That's what it says. Surgical. Oh, so we can do surgery with it. All right, good. Yeah. Now we can do surgery. Well, yeah, this is what it carried. It looked like it didn't put on a pinch grinder or anything. It's just a regular nail nick. Kind of decent. You know, little handle. And little different layers of wood. A little keychain clip if you want. Frost. Yeah, so there you go. Just thought I'd put that one up there for you and give you some little examples of smaller knives lockback knives that they come in handy. These things come in handy because you'll find yourself reaching for something like this a lot of times because it's right there. It doesn't weigh much. The disadvantage of these are so small that they can get washed if you don't watch out, or they can get lost. Just like my new case canoe. I had it in a slip, but I had it in a cargo pocket, and I had it in a clip slip, not just a normal one. I had a Rough Rider clip slip. And I got home and I sat down, and the clip slip was empty. And I don't remember and I had been traveling around doing different stuff, and I went, oh no. So I panicked, went out to the Jeep, turned on the light, looked around, and came back in and started resigning myself to, oh no, you've lost that that knife, just like Cracky. That sucker is gone. And this time it's in a parking lot somewhere, because I went to a grocery store twice. And yeah, I figured it was gone. So I was sitting there and I pulled the slip out and I looked in the boxes. I looked around and I said, well, I'm not going to look anywhere I haven't been. And I started searching my cargo pocket, and it was the bottom of the cargo pocket. So it did come out, but it fell into the cargo pocket, fortunately, instead of the other way towards the street or whatever. So I lucked out on that one, but whew. Yeah, you got to watch out when you put knives in slips and stuff, because unlike a knife with a clip, even this, sometimes if something hits it, it can knock it off. But I mean, you got a better chance of one of these staying in your pocket than you do one of these. You know, something without a clip on it. Or a slip. Because a slip not only protects it, but it makes it wide enough, you know, or a sheath. I'll quit playing with this guy, old timer. He's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp out of the box, man, in that wood. Look at it. It's just kind of like, you'd look at it and you would think that's, you know, synthetic, but I don't think it is, man. I think it's desert wood. Wood that was found out in the desert. Alright, so thanks for watching. It's ironwood. I don't know if it's desert ironwood, but it's ironwood. It's not magnetic. And it should be if it's iron, but I don't know. These things mystify me. Alright, so there you go. Look at that. After I said, I remember looking at the time and seeing that it said 8 minutes. I'm going to stop talking now. It's now way past 8 minutes, you mule. Oh, yeah. Sticker mule. I am going to add stickers to the giveaway thing. I forgot to put that in there. I'll do an update this weekend. This is Friday right now. This weekend I'll do an update of all the entries to the Warthog giveaway. You know, the names and the location and the stuff. Because sometimes the comments get hidden away and everything. So, I'll just list down everybody that I've got listed down in the comments where they're at and stuff. We'll do that. But for right now, I'll just shut my mouth up and feed the dinosaurs. You gotta feed the dinosaurs. Anyways, thank you for watching and have a nice day.
If you have a YouTube channel, put up some of your small lockbacks in a video. If you don't have a YouTube channel, leave a comment as to some of your small lockbacks. If you don't want to do either of those things, well, at least you watched the video. Thank you.